the pinnacle of air dominance. For over 2 decades, the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor has occupied a space in the public imagination that feels more like science fiction than military reality. Since its entry into service, it has been described with a single, almost mythical word: invisible. We have been told countless times about its stealth, its ability to appear as small as a marble on enemy radar, and its absolute dominance of the vertical battle space. It is a machine designed to be the ultimate answer to any aerial threat, a ghost that ensures total control of the skies. But the world of 2026 is not the world of 2005. Today, the F-35 is the global standard for networked warfare. The Chinese J-20 is being produced in massive numbers, and the Russian Su-57 continues to push the boundaries of extreme agility. If stealth is no longer a localized American secret, why does the F-22 Raptor remain the most feared air superiority fighter in history? Why is it that even after 2 decades, it is still the one aircraft that no pilot in the world wants to face in a real engagement? The answer doesn't lie in what the radar can't see. It lies in a complex marriage of thermodynamics, mechanical engineering, and kinetic energy management that no other production jet has managed to balance. It is a specific suite of features that allows the Raptor to ignore the conventional laws of aerodynamics while maintaining a ghost-like signature. Today we break down the engineering of 2D thrust vectoring, the physics of supercruise, and the classified data fusion that keeps the Raptor on a throne that no other nation can yet reach. The physics of energy. The supercruise advantage. To understand why the F-22 is fundamentally superior, we have to look at the energy maneuverability theory. In aerial combat, energy is life. The more energy you have, whether potential energy in the form of altitude or kinetic energy in the form of speed, the more options you have to kill or escape. This is where the Raptor's heart, the dual Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines, comes into play. Most modern fighters, including the legendary F-15 Eagle or the Su-35, are subsonic cruisers. To exceed the speed of sound, they must engage afterburners. This process involves spraying raw fuel directly into the hot exhaust stream to create a massive explosion of thrust. While effective, it is a desperate measure. It gulps fuel at an alarming rate, drastically reducing the plane's combat radius, and it lights up the aircraft like a supernova on enemy infrared search and track, IRST sensors. The F-22, however, was designed for supercruise. It can maintain a steady speed of Mach 1.8 without ever touching its afterburners. This isn't just about speed, it's about tactical geometry. A missile launched from a Raptor traveling at Mach 1.8 inherits that massive initial velocity. This extends the no-escape zone, the area where an enemy cannot outrun the missile, by up to 50%, while an F-35 or a J-20 might have to slow down or reveal its thermal position to prepare an attack. The F-22 operates in a permanent state of high-velocity readiness. It dictates the terms of the engagement. It is the ultimate energy predator, moving through the sky at speeds that would leave other jets gasping for fuel, all while remaining thermally cold and tactically invisible. The 2D thrust vectoring anomaly. If you watch an air show featuring the Russian Sukhoi family, you will see mind-bending acrobatics. They use 3D thrust vectoring, circular nozzles that move in any direction. On paper, this looks like the ultimate agile system, but in the reality of 5th-generation warfare, 3D nozzles are a liability. A circular 3D moving nozzle is impossible to hide from radar and heat sensors. Its complex joints and round shape expose the glowing hot turbine blades from various angles, creating a thermal beacon for heat-seeking missiles. This is the compromise the F-22 refused to make. Lockheed Martin opted for the much more difficult and expensive 2D thrust vectoring. The F-22's nozzles are flat, rectangular plates made of advanced ceramic materials. They only move up and down by 20 degrees. However, this movement is integrated into the flight control computer to allow for post-stall maneuvering. Even when the wings have lost all lift, when the plane is technically falling out of the sky, the Raptor can use its engines to push its nose toward the target. But the real secret is the cooling. The flat shape of the 2D nozzles allows for a rapid mixing of hot engine exhaust with the cold bypass air of the atmosphere. By the time the exhaust leaves the tail, its temperature is significantly lower than that of any circular nozzle jet. The Raptor doesn't just outturn you. It does so while effectively erasing its own heat trail. It is the only aircraft that provides extreme super maneuverability without sacrificing its stealth integrity. It is a masterclass in compromise-free engineering. Silent warfare. The invisible sniper. The F-22's ability to kill doesn't start with a maneuver. It starts with its electronic eyes, the AN/APG-77 AESA radar. In the old days, turning on your radar was like turning on a flashlight in a dark room. You might see the enemy, but everyone else in the room sees exactly where you are. The Raptor's radar uses LPI, or low probability of intercept technology. It shifts frequencies thousands of times per second in a pseudo-random pattern. To an enemy's radar warning receiver, the F-22's signals look like background noise or static. The Raptor is painting the target, getting a weapons-grade lock, while the enemy's cockpit remains silent. No warning lights, no beeps, no indication that death is seconds away. This is further enhanced by sensor fusion. The F-22 doesn't just show the pilot a radar blip. It correlates data from its electronic warfare suites, its wingmen, and external AWACS planes. The pilot sees a simplified tactical map. Who is friendly, who is hostile, and exactly how many seconds until the enemy enters the kill zone. While pilots in 4.5 generation aircraft are struggling to manage sensors and switches, the F-22 pilot is acting as a battlefield manager. They aren't flying the plane as much as they are deploying a weapon system. This cognitive advantage, the ability to think and act faster than the opponent, is the difference between life and death in a high-stress environment. The Obey Amendment, a forbidden legacy. Perhaps the most telling evidence regarding the F-22's superiority is its status as a forbidden technology. Every other American jet, the F-15, the F-16, and even the F-35 has been sold to allies, but not the Raptor. In 1998, the U.S. Congress passed the Obey Amendment, which legally barred the sale of the F-22 to any foreign government. Not even the United Kingdom, Japan, or Israel, America's closest strategic partners, could get their hands on it. The U.S. government feared that if even a single Raptor were to be analyzed or its stealth coding studied, the secret of its invincibility would be lost. When the production line was shut down in 2011 with only 187 aircraft built, many thought the Raptor's day was over. But as the world enters a new era of great power competition, the U.S. Air Force is spending billions to keep these 187 airframes at the cutting edge. They are receiving new infrared sensors, upgraded stealth coatings, and the ability to communicate with loyal wingman drones. The Raptor was not built for the small-scale wars of the 2000s. It was built for a high-intensity conflict that hasn't happened yet. It is an insurance policy signed in the 1990s that is still being cashed in today. It remains the silver bullet in the American arsenal, a weapon so sensitive that it can never be shared. Conclusion: the unmatched apex predator. The F-22 Raptor is more than the sum of its parts. It isn't just the stealthiest, nor just the fastest, nor just the most agile. It is the only platform that refuses to choose between those traits. It is a ghost that can turn like a gymnast and strike like a lightning bolt. While newer jets like the F-35 are better at networking and ground attack, and drones are becoming the future of attrition warfare, the Raptor remains the apex predator of the sky. It exists for one reason: to ensure that no enemy aircraft ever feels safe in the air. As we look toward the next generation of air dominance, the Raptor stands as the final evolution of the pure manned fighter. It is the last of its kind, a machine so advanced that nearly 30 years after its first flight, the rest of the world is still trying to figure out how to see it, let alone how to beat it. In the world of the F-22, there is no such thing as a fair fight. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this technical breakdown, subscribe and stay tuned for our next feature on the Su-57. Is the F-22 still the king, or has the age of the drone already dethroned it? Let us know in the comments. See you in the next flight.